Do you have questions on how to properly care for your pet? When is the right time to get your pet spayed or neutered? Or maybe you're looking for a place for your pet to stay while you go on vacation. Mapleview Animal Hospital. Dr. Bader from Mapleview Animal Hospital gives you great advice for your pets. Mapleview Animal Hospital on Panther Drive at the corner of Riley and 136th on Holland's North Side. And on the web at mapleview.animalhospital.net. Mapleview Animal Hospital. They love your pet like you do.
Gwen Auwerda joins us this morning from the Tulip Time offices as we have the top 20. Now, we have 18 artists. 2 of the artists have entered 2 entries. And has that happened before? I don't remember that happening last year. Maybe I just didn't pay attention.
It has. We typically get, artists can put in up to 3 posters, entries. So we, depending on how things are chosen and quality of the work, we may end up with artists with 2 in the top 20. That happened last year as well.
Now, some of these artists do we have any local artists entering this year and people who have entered before? Who do we have?
We have both. They're mostly all local, and then many have entered year after year, and we are really excited about the quality of the top 20. I think it's going to be a fabulous opportunity to look at all the art and make a decision from there.
Well, and we were kind of talking about this before we jumped on the air, how it's kind of a difficult process to decide who wins. And I know you can't tell me who won, but you already have your decision, right?
Correct. We have the decision, and the artist doesn't know. That will be unveiled on February 5. We work in conjunction with the Holland Area Arts Council to look over all the selection of the top 20 that was picked by the juror, and then make a decision on not only the quality of the art, but on merchandise. We sell a lot of coffee mugs and posters and different things, so is the piece merchandisable as well. And all of the top 20 had that option to, it was very easy that we could have merchandised any of them. Yeah. So we just, that's how we make the decision, but we're really excited to unveil the winner on February 5.
No, and I was joking with you. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. That's the way the world works. I tell my listeners all the time that Apple Valley Natural Foods, who is our partner with the school closing reports, they get mentions every single time we do a cancellation report, and they get tons. It's the way the world turns around, and things have to be marketable. But the winner, they're going to be on not only the poster, but you said mugs and T-shirts. And what other kind of merchandise will you guys have this year?
Well, that's a bit of a secret, so
okay.
You're going to have to wait until everything comes out. We're still working on some items, but we typically have a variety of things that attract a wide audience.
Okay, and then you said February 5th is when it'll be announced?
February 5 in the evening, we have a private event with our sponsors. Lighthouse Insurance is the sponsor of the Art and Bloom program, along with a variety of others. And so we have an evening event where we get to view all the top 20. We have a program that talks about what's happening at Tulip Time, and then the top winning entry is announced at that event.
Yeah, I remember I went last year, and it was a very well put together event, and I certainly enjoyed the food you guys had prepared at it last year.
Thanks to Elpin Rose, one of the sponsors as well. They do the food for us at that event.
Did they do it last year? Because it was delicious.
Yes, they do. They are a wonderful partner.
Of all the restaurants in Holland, I've been to several, Peretti's, De Boer's, the Windmill. I've never been to Elpin Rose yet. I know. I need to give them a try. I'm sorry.
You need to get there.
I feel like I'm not really a Holland resident unless I've tried Elpin Rose since I've moved here. But Gwen Auwerda, she's the executive director of the Tulip Time Festival, is joining us this morning on WHTC. And speaking of talking about the different things that are coming up in the festival this year, you've got a lot of things returning. Obviously, all the Dutch dances that we'll see, some of the mainstays of the festival. But this year you have Bill Engvall coming, which is the headlining act. How excited are you to have Mr. Here's Your Sign
Here's Your
guy?
Sign.
Yeah.
We're really excited to have Bill here. He's going to be great. We've got probably half the tickets for the event sold out already. So if you're interested in those, you're definitely want to give us a call and get on that list. Buy your tickets, if you will. So we've got a lot of great entertainment items. We've got Jay Mattioli. He's an illusionist, and he was on America's Got Talent. He will be at the Nick on Tuesday night. We have Second City back again for 2 great shows. And they're going to talk about the hometown kitsch. So what's the funny inside jokes of Holland is going to be the topic of their show, and I think that'll be great.
Really? That sounds really
Of course,
cool.
we have to give them that fodder, so
Sure.
it'll be fun.
Let's say, because that would take a lot of homework to try to figure out some of the niches and jokes of Holland. I would assume the snow might be one of the jokes.
It
I
could
don't know.
be.
And for all we know, certainly today is a relevant example into that.
It is.
Gwen Auwerda, Executive Director of Tulip Time Office, is joining us this morning. How fast do you expect some of the headlining acts will go? Because like you said, you're halfway sold out with Bill Engvall. Where can people get tickets?
They can call our office. They can go online to tuliptime.com and order right there. So they've got multiple options for how to get them. We'll mail them to you if you go online. And if you stop in our office, we just obviously hand you a ticket right there. So do check it out. We've got a lot of great things this year. The local art and entertainment, or art and culture series sponsored by Fifth Third Bank has got some wonderful acts in it. The Holland Public Schools theater department is doing the Little Shop of Horrors for us. That's our opening weekend, and they just put on such a great production. They just finished up with Shrek, and they've got some very, very talented folks, and Kevin Schneider's the director. So we're excited to have that in our lineup as well. That's new this year. Then we still have the Holland Chorale and the Windmill Chorus and Commons of Evergreen and so on. So it'll be fun.
I feel like I'm nothing but regrets. That's another thing I didn't see. I didn't go see Shrek the musical, but I heard it was outstanding.
Yeah, I ended up out of town and couldn't go and was so disappointed because I had tickets and it was an outstanding show. A couple from our staff went in my place, which was wonderful.
Yeah.
And they laughed the entire time. They said it was a fabulous.
Well, I talked to Kevin Schneider, who, again, their theater program and their forensic program, they've won state championships.
Yes.
He said that was probably the best received performance in his career, which says a lot, and I didn't see it. So, and I wasn't out of town, so I don't have an excuse. So.
Well, you need to go see the Little Shop of Horrors.
I will. I'll definitely make sure I make an effort to do that. Gwen Auwerda, Executive Director of the Tulip Time Office, is joining us this morning on WHTC. And again, we've got the top 20 posters, and again, we have a story posted up online at WHTC.com with links to Tulip Time's website if you want to see all the 20 posters. But again, you can go to tuliptime.com if you want to see some of the posters that are up for this year's Tulip Time Festival. And with a day like today, we got to think of spring. At least I do. I get seasonal depression. I have to think of spring. And of course, you guys are always thinking of spring, so this is no big deal.
Yeah, we always do. In fact, I found a small tub of tulip bulbs in our storeroom.
Oh, really?
That didn't get planted. Now we can't put them in the ground, obviously, with all the snow. But
you can dig down there. You can get like a backhoe.
Yeah, I suppose we could. We could with a backhoe. But it's, we're really excited about the spring and all the opportunities that we have at the festival for people to join the dance and be engaged, and the springtime that we always look forward to after a long winter.
No kidding. And can it come sooner this year? As I feel like I'm getting punched in the face this week.
Well,
it's rough.
We're spoiled because December was so nice and last year was so tough.
Mm-hmm.
And December was I personally liked it. I do enjoy the snow when I can look at it. It's pretty, but the cold is just a challenge.
I've said from December to New Year's Day is when I want snow.
Yes.
For Christmas.
Right.
And then after that, this week, see ya. You can go away. And obviously, this is when we're actually starting to get snow. Gwen Auwerda, Executive Director of Tulip Time, with us this morning on WHTC. Please be safe driving back. I know you're only down the block, but if you have to go anywhere else, please be safe this morning, okay?
Thank you.